From Pomona, California, on the eve of Hanukkah, with the muffler Ryan Bruckner, I'm Mike Big Tobacco Ryan, and this is my intro. Welcome to Squared Circle Cinema, a discussion of film and television featuring professional wrestlers. Follow us on Twitter at SCC_podcast. Check us out at squaredcirclecinema.com. How are you doing today, Ryan? How's your Christmas shopping going? I don't care.
Terrible.
You're doing terribly?
I just went to a goddamn kid's birthday party.
Oh.
Spent my whole Sunday, just my prime years.
Oh.
Missed the Rams versus the Eagles.
Rams lost that game, so you missed the heartbreaker.
Go to the house, watch a bunch of kids stare at a bounce house, but not really go in.
And I'm the curmudgeon here. What the heck's the matter with you? Wasn't there some Hollywood cheer and spirit? There's nothing more magical.
Hollywood cheer?
Cheers holidays. Look, dude, there's nothing more magical than watching a bunch of kids having a good time while you're across the street in the parking lot.
They weren't really having a good time. These are like kids 2 and under. They don't know what's going on.
They didn't give a shit.
Yeah.
Oh, where's my swear jar?
I'm there holding my infant son.
So you didn't enjoy it at all, or was it just too long? The temperature was perfect, so you can't be bitching and moaning about that.
It was disorganized. If you're gonna invite
we
adults,
need order, okay? Bouncy house, 10 a.m. to noon.
There needs to be some
then
sort
we're
of
gonna have
signature
hot dogs.
cocktail.
You get 1 hour window for a signature cocktail.
I'll tell you how you throw a kid's birthday party. Cassie's good friend Kimmy, she had a birthday party for her 1-year-old daughter. One of the best parties I've ever went to. It was a luau themed.
Ooh,
there
that's
was
fun.
A pool. There was cigars.
Oh,
there
okay.
was various
cigars.
Yeah, all the men were like smoking cigars.
This only happens in the movies, man.
No, this happened.
Who threw this? Frankie Sharp of Shark Records?
He did.
What the heck?
Yeah, he heard about us while he was driving in his limo, and he had to sign us to a deal.
All right. Well, great. Okay.
Yeah, there was a signature tiki spiked punch.
Well, that's great.
This was a dry 2-year-old's party.
Yeah,
I just had to
that.
stand there and eat mediocre pizza and cupcakes like a damn idiot.
Okay,
for hours.
I'm not a parent, but I am an uncle, and I'll tell you this: there are rules. So, of course, all of my family's parties are dry, but there's a rule. Year 1, that's for the adults. That's when you get you cut loose a little bit. You get a little snockered. It's a celebration of your friend,
keeping a child alive for a
1
year.
year. Way to go, man! I can't believe that it happened. I'm still like, whoa, and that yeah, exactly. Year 2, that's for the kids. So you can't get all snockered. But let me tell you how you attend a 2-year-old's party. You show up drunk.
Can't I have a drink or at least like something to occupy my adult mind?
Yeah, I mean,
I promise you, I would never.
We're
do
all
that.
mature adults.
We're
past the point of getting snockered in scenarios like that.
I don't want to get drunk.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Drink.
Have that tiki punch.
Yeah.
Great idea. It could be for anywhere between 1
so much fun.
and 16.
So
just for
much
the
fun.
adults. Yeah.
I'll tell you this right now. If you don't want to go to Owen's birthday parties, any of them, I know the first one will be fun. It'll be for the adults. But 2, 3, 4, 5,
Oof.
You don't have to.
Wow.
But I don't want you to be offended if I don't invite you.
Oh.
So if you don't want to go, I won't be offended either.
This is going to get a little awkward because the first couple of years it's going to be like, I'm just going to throw it out there, let them know what day it is. And then it's like, Mike doesn't show again. I'm not going to invite him anymore. And what do? The first year I'm not invited, I go, how dare you?
That's why I'm putting it out here right now. I totally understand.
All right, well, can I think about it? Because this is
Well, you got...
Ultimately, I'd rather not go.
You've got
but if you're gonna have
9 months to think about it.
But
so.
if you're throwing the party, you're a great host. You would know how to theme it properly. Of course,
maybe it'll be a wrestling party.
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, the goal is to not know if it's your son's birthday party or mine.
Yeah. Mine
You're throwing this for me.
Our birthdays are so close together, we could have a joint party.
Yeah. No, dude, here's the thing. They're always quick. Of course I'll show up. I mean, if you're going out of town or whatever, that's different. But
A destination.
my
birthday
destination
party.
getaway birthday.
Mike, his second birthday is going to be in Hawaii. Can you make it?
I mean, it's been a while since I've been to Hawaii.
Third one's going to be in Fiji, bro.
Every year's a new place. We can't just stick. All right. Well,
Gotta get this
let's
kid
start
to
with Hawaii.
Travel the world.
Oh.
1 year at a time.
That's a TV show on TV Guide channel.
So I get home, and what do I find?
I don't know what.
Dirty diapers all over my fucking house.
No, the dog got to it.
Yeah. Okay, it's partially my fault.
The air got to it.
So
Oh my gosh.
Owen,
Dusty. No.
Owen had a really shitty day as far as poop goes. So he shat up his back this morning.
How's your day going? Well, as far as poop goes,
It was pretty shitty. Yeah. It was a big mess, so I had to give him a bath.
Oh.
So I got his diaper pail out and put it on the floor, and I intended to take out that trash because
Right.
there was so much
But it was already
of a mess in there. But I had to give him a bath first, and after giving him a bath, completely slipped my mind that I was
Slipped your
going to
mind. You had things to do. You gotta
I
go
had
to a
that
birthday
damn
party.
Birthday party.
Yeah. No,
I
you
come
had-
home to find that my dog has ingested most of my son's
Oh,
feces.
gosh.
And spread
Oh.
said feces
You know what?
all over my house.
Here's the thing. What I noticed, when I came in here, I was like, wow, it smells really good in here. So you must have cleaned the living daylights out of it. You shit on my floor during the holiday season. We just put the tree up. Everything's supposed to be nice and smell good, and there's just shit. There's shit everywhere. All right, so how does that work? How long does it take you to, get over your little panic attack, your little freak out? When do you start getting down to business? Start, cleaning
I
carpets?
worked on it immediately.
Yeah.
Well, luckily, Cassie got me
there's
a grabber
Oh.
at Home Depot. So I
Oh,
used a
cool.
grabber to pick up all
I
that
always
stuff.
wanted one of those.
And then I used the vacuum to pick up all the small pieces
with
of
that
diaper.
cell phone or remote control is just a little bit too far out of reach.
As far as the actual poo goes, I think he ate it. Because there wasn't poo smeared everywhere, but there was just dirty diapers everywhere.
What's that going to do to his
torn
poo?
apart? I don't know.
His poo is going to be
He doesn't
all
look-
in the family, man.
He looks kind of upset. So I'm not going to be too hard on him. Look at him over there.
Well, he's like, dude, you left it out. I mean, what
Yeah.
am I supposed to do? I didn't
He's
know what it was.
I'm only a dog.
Yeah, but he does. Yeah, he's been kind of low energy. Did you yell? You didn't yell at him, did you? You were
I told him I forgave him.
okay, Dusty. For me, it was all part of a bit. I'm glad you did it, actually. But was there any? Did it get on the carpets? And it looks. I didn't go around investigating.
I vacuumed the car. It was just more like the shards of diaper just torn apart everywhere.
Wow. So you think he ate all of the poo?
I think he
So it's-
definitely licked a bunch of the poo.
It's
and
not just diapers.
ingested it.
It's baby wipes as well, right? Because those aren't
Yeah.
flushable.
There's baby wipes.
So-
It was just a goddamn shit
Oh
massacre.
my god! Why, dog? Why? Just when you think animals are people too, and that I can have an emotional conversation with Dusty, he goes and does something like this. That's just disgusting.
He's a lowly.
You should be ashamed of yourself. Well,
Yeah.
I just got back, thanks for asking, from California Hot Springs up there in the Sequoias. So we both had pretty adventurous weekends.
Did you actually go into a hot spring?
No, I didn't go into a hot spring, but there was a pool
So
off a
then
bluff.
why did you go?
That used natural resources to heat the pool, but it wasn't an actual sulfur hot springs. You jump into those, you'll die, dude.
Don't they? But they have some that are okay temperatures to go
Well,
into.
they
don't
do,
they?
but we didn't. We went into a pool though. It was nice. Coworker has a cabin up there. It was lovely. It's just me and a bunch of Armenians. They cooked this.
Where exactly how do you get there? Where are the sequoias? I don't even know.
You take the 5 to the 65 to Avenue 56, turns into Hot Spring Boulevard. You go eastbound for 12
major
miles.
California city is it close to?
Delane, which
Give me
is
another city.
Bakersfield.
Okay.
South, so it's northeast about 30 miles from Bakersfield.
Did you stop at the Guy
Dulaine or
Fieri,
Dulaire?
Johnny Garlic's?
I thought about it, man. As soon as that, like the font that they use for "Welcome to Bakersfield, please come back," I always think, bam, Guy Fieri. He is forever married with Bakersfield for me.
Yeah.
Not only have I gone there once,
You've
to
gone there
Johnny
twice.
Garlic's. Second time was much better experience. I had this thing called chash. Chash.
Is that like an Armenian dish?
It's an Armenian dish traditionally for the poor, and it's a broth with cow's feet, and you throw dry lavash on there, and you use a soft lavash to scoop it up, and then you use another lavash to blanket it so the heat just stays contained. There's like lavash has multi-purposes in this. It's amazing, and it is so good, and it's like this whole
Sounds like menudo, but with lavash.
yeah. So well, you really get it nice and congealed with all the lavash, and you just throw in salt and garlic. An amazing experience, and it's like a special deal. So the first lavash, you have to, like, you take a toast and you make a wish. And this is my first lavash ever, and I'm just so fortunate enough to be in this company. And the energy was so great in the story and the presentation that I made my first wish, and I really thought it was going to come true. It was like a magical energy. And that wish was for you to stop fucking interrupting me while I'm talking.
I didn't interrupt you at all. I let you talk about lavash.
I know, just
that
kidding.
whole time. You're the interrupter, you dick.
It was nice, though. There was a creek right outside, and just a nice off-the-grid adventure. Wink.
Oh.
But here's the thing. Anyone that says that I could use an off-the-grid adventure, yeah, it's fine in theory. I was suffering. Like, in the midst of all this beauty,
phone?
I had my phone, zero internet, zero, kaput. All I was doing, like I was so obsessed, I was just tapping on my apps to see what kind of font they used for no internet connection. Like, I just had to have it on. It's
They
crazy.
didn't have Wi-Fi in the cabin?
Nothing.
Oh,
Kaput.
wow.
A
So
good
you-
10-mile radius
off
of
the
zero
grid. What if
internet.
you died? No one would know.
Oh, yeah. We went. This one guy is a vet. He was like, I don't like these places. What if you die? No one will know. It's like, yeah, oh, man. I don't know.
I texted you last night, and it didn't say delivered
Yeah.
or read.
I know.
You have red receipts
Part of
turned
me,
on.
this is what I did, and I thought about
And
this.
I was like, he could be dead.
I thought about this, but I
was like,
didn't
he
want to
could be
go
dead.
overboard. So driving in, because I knew there wasn't going to be any internet connection, I called my mom. I called my sister. Don't freak out. All right. I'm not going to respond for 2 days. I thought about telling you and Tyler because I just assumed there'd be a bunch of really annoying texts that I'd get. And it's like, that's messed up. You don't get a text.
You're
You don't-
assuming that I'm going to text you?
Well, okay.
I
look.
did text you one time.
When you text me, though, I want to respond. When, it's a dick move to not respond. Does that? Yeah.
Yeah, but you got the red receipts, and it says delivered, and it
Right.
didn't say that, so I figured you were dead, and
Okay.
I was cool with that.
No. I was just up north, man.
Oh, okay.
But I was just desperate to, like, tweet, Like, I had all these, what I consider profound, whatever that is. Nature does that thing, and I just wanted to share it.
You got to put it in your notes and then tweet it later.
Well, that's what this is.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's lovely. But I had a great time. A little sleep deprived. That's okay. Great experience. I thought it was pretty engaging. And it's nice that, like, I could just pick and choose because they were just speaking Armenian the whole time anyway. So, like, I was there, but I didn't have to be engaged. I could just kind of hang out.
Did they bring up the Armenian genocide at any point?
Not once.
Oh, that's
and
great.
what's very odd, and I almost brought it up, was...
It's like you can't encounter an Armenian without hearing about the Armenian
and here's the thing. I
genocide.
almost brought it up because they
You're like, I've been here for
my-
2 days. You haven't
not
talked
nothing.
about
No,
it
but I got all
once."
this material to back you guys up. I'm totally on your side. And so my coworker's wife made this amazing coffee. It's like out of this thimble glass, and she's like, "It's Turkish." And I almost was like, "Okay, should I bring it up?" But I didn't. I was like, "Oh, lovely." Clink, 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 clink. But I
Does that
thought-
mean it's poison?
Anyway, great trip, yada, yada. I didn't clog the toilets. I didn't leave too much shower water in the bathroom floor. And I didn't drink too much. So, all in all, a successful trip for
Oh,
me.
Look at you. Big Mike. And we went to WWE Anaheim house show.
WWE Live Holidays. Tell your friends, please.
It was sad how empty that house show was.
It was very sad. I'd never seen the entire top deck being curtained off.
Yeah, the entire top deck was curtained off, and they couldn't even fill the bottom bowl.
I mean, Harlem Globetrotters, they're putting some butts in the upper deck.
Yeah.
No doubt.
This was a sad turnout.
And the Pond's
had to be like 2,000 people there.
Yeah, that was my guess. Prime seats were just the floor was sold out, but you just eliminate a lot of chairs.
I wonder
that was
how
my
much
guess
the
about
floor seats
about
even
2,000.
cost. Our tickets were comped.
Ugh. No way in hell you would even consider going though, if not otherwise. I mean, a non-televised.
Yeah, it was crazy. Like my first experiences watching live wrestling were house shows.
Mine too.
I just remember being so excited. It was like the most fun I had ever had in my life.
I would always get a program that had that one sheet of the card, and I wish I still had those.
And I wonder, these house shows are made for kids.
Yes,
because like we can tell that they're not really trying as hard. The matches are kind of weak.
Yeah, it's definitely to have the potential to meet your favorite WWF superstars, and that was why I went. All I wanted to do was shake Lex Luger's hand. That's it.
Yeah.
And like floor seats were the bomb, dude, because you just run up and like, Flash Funk, I love you. He used to be Too Cold Scorpio, man.
So when I was a kid, was the Colonel Mustafa versus British Bulldog match that I watched.
Man, you went
that
way
bad.
Earlier. That was like 91, right?
No,
you went way earlier
the
than
first
I did.
wrestling matches I ever went to were when I was like in first grade.
I didn't start till like 92, 93.
But were they that as bad as some of the like the Jason Jordan versus Elias match we saw?
Well, yeah, because comparatively the quality of wrestling has improved considerably.
It has.
So
back then I was so engaged, and they had the Los Angeles Sports Arena filled, man.
Yeah, I never went to the LA Sports Arena, but I did go to the Forum, but the majority, of course, were at the Pond, and the Pond didn't open until 92. So I didn't start going until like 93. And I just thought it was so fun. It was about, once every 5 months it would come to the Pond. They would come to the Pond. I went to every single one of them. Thank you, Mom.
Dang.
Not every single one, but a lot. And so did you. We probably went to about the same amount.
Nah, I didn't. Okay, I went to some at the Sports Arena
maybe
early
in my life
on,
I've gone to like
and
6
then
or 7.
I didn't even go back to the Pond until I was like 14.
But just begs the question, why on earth, Mother, did we not go to WrestleMania 12, huh? You hear this Iron Man match? You hear this backlot brawl? Would have been pretty epic.
You were probably...
According to Ryan, Ma, WrestleMania 9 was the worst of all time. Okay?
It was. You were probably being a bad kid at that point.
But you tried your best.
You were being a bad kid.
I think I just didn't want to go.
Really?
If I would have really lobbied for it, I would have made it happen. I'm pretty sure.
You would have left pissed off
because
anyway.
I remember WrestleMania 2000 when it came back to the Pond for WrestleMania. I was like I got tickets, but they were obstructed view, and it was at like the 11th hour. I wasn't like super excited.
And you went?
Yeah, I went. Yeah. Awful.
All I did was go to Access, Fan Access.
Yeah, me too. Didn't we?
We talked about this.
Great. Check it out in the archives. What if we had the same exact conversation? Guys.
Mike, it's time.
This was literally last episode.
It's time.
Evader time?
You stupid, ignorant son of a bitch, dumb bastard!
It's back!
Jesus Christ, I've met some dumb bastards in my time, but you outdo them all.
Is it back? You're bringing it back for round 2?
Round 2.
My fourth favorite one of your segments.
of the month. The second round of this running segment. Dumb Bastard of the Month for December 2017.
Well, the first ever November installment, I remember you got very, very angry at me because I kept interrupting your intro.
Yeah.
You're you're interrupting my segment.
I've put a lot of work into that segment.
I know. I felt really terrible. I listened back like, Mike, God, just tone it down, man. Tone it down.
Well, it'd be more appropriate to say dumb bastards.
Oh, okay.
Because there's multiple. It's actually an entire network. MSNBC,
Oh God.
Dumb Bastards of the Month.
All right. Why?
They okay. MSNBC recently fired correspondent Sam
Jim
Cedar.
Johnston.
Sam
Oh.
Cedar. He used to do a show with Mark Maron. I'm sure you've heard on WTF him talk about
Yes.
Sam Cedar
For
in the
NPR,
past.
correct?
Yeah, something like that. No, it was for Air America.
On NPR, correct?
No, Air America was the shortly lived all liberal talk station.
And here's the thing: what these conservatives don't tell you, man. Okay,
Yeah.
Lucy Lawless. Okay, what she'll tell you is that Lucy.
He says his
Lawless.
Well, I don't know. He says his L's in a. The only way I could do a Mark Maron impression is by L's because he goes. He has like a long Louis. I was with Louis C.K. doing some really strange things.
He does
in
do
an elevator.
That's actually a
Louis.
pretty good Mark Maron.
Oh.
Well, anyway, Sam Cedar was recently fired by MSNBC as a contributor because of a shitstorm drummed up by this guy Mark Cernovich. That's a alt-right figure troll type of guy.
Man, you just can't get away from shitstorms.
saying saying that this guy is making light of rape and he's a horrible person, and look at this tweet. And this is a tweet that got Sam Cedar fired. Don't care, R.E. Polanski, talking about Roman Polanski,
Yes.
but I hope if my daughter is ever raped, it is by an older, truly talented man with a great sense of mise en scène.
That's a joke.
Yeah, it's really
Okay,
funny.
first I'm like, I don't know. And then the mise en scène is like,
Yeah.
oh, it's a joke.
Yeah.
It's just a joke.
Yeah, no, and he's on
The
the
fact that he goes specific to he's obviously talking about Roman Polanski.
Yeah.
Because that's a directing term. That's terrible. You got to be kidding
yeah.
me, MSNBC.
He's on the right side of the issue.
I would be willing to
didn't
sign a
say-
petition if
yeah.
you would care.
Well,
Or-
there was another shitstorm in his favor, and so they brought him back. But you shouldn't have fired him in the first
Right,
place.
okay.
It's actually a pretty well-written joke,
it's excellent.
and it's on the right side of the issue. He's attacking Roman Polanski with this
Absolutely.
joke, and you caved in to this fucking troll,
It has
fired
other-
this guy, and now you look stupid.
Another
if I was
purpose,
Sam
too.
Seder, I'd be like, fuck you, I'm not coming back. You shouldn't have fired me in the first place.
Right. And in the light of all of what's going on in our current climate, we're now totally forgot about Roman Polanski, didn't we? So he's also bringing it back to our attention. Like, this monster did this.
Yeah, Roman Polanski raped a 13-year-old girl after drugging her with Quaaludes, and he raped her anally in a hot tub.
Yeah, and now it's back in the conversation, tied in with the Kevin Spaceys and whatnot. And
Yeah.
that's a good thing, because he deserves to be in that category.
Yeah. So fuck you, NBC. You are dumb bastards. And Gene Wilder would like to say,
You stupid, ignorant son of a bitch, dumb bastard! Jesus Christ, I've met some dumb bastards in my time, but you outdo them all.
Okay, so now it's your segment. You have a drop smile. Every time you play a drop, you have the same smile.
it makes me feel like I'm a professional.
Is there something... Okay, is it about, like, the act of pushing play that's very satisfying or something like that? Or is it because you picked it out?
You know, I've always been, I mean, not so much these days because the show sucks, but I've always loved Howard Stern.
Yeah.
And the best part of Howard Stern was always Fred Norris.
Artie Lang.
No, well, Artie Lang. But Fred Norris,
Yeah.
the guy that did all the
Doing the
drops.
drops.
He did so many great
But
drops.
that could go both ways. I think the drops are working, okay? Maybe this is some off-air type shit, swear jar. But what about, like, your Adam Carolla's? The drops there do nothing to the show, right?
No, I enjoyed those drops too.
Adam Carolla, we're
I
coming
actually
for you.
enjoy like any drops. I'm trying to not be too drop heavy.
No.
But I am putting in at least like one or two
But
drops
I
per
would
show.
think that the drops hinder the show in Adam Carolla's part. But for the most part,
No,
they
I
improve.
kind of like the. I remember there was one show that just cracked me up when they were they kept playing the Isaac Hayes drops.
Oh
that
yeah,
they always
well
play.
those are.
Yeah.
But that's like a segment. But yeah, that's good. It is
And
like,
then there's like, and then Adam was like, "I want to hear you play.
it's good.
What if God was one of us?"
Okay.
But then use
Only
the
drop-
Isaac Hayes parts
What?
to play the for the yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. What if God was one?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah,
It was good.
had some good
Okay, that
drops.
counts as drops.
I guess I really fell in love with drops through Kevin and Bean. Those were like first exposure.
But you don't
want to
go full AM radio, though. Because those
Does AM
guys.
radio play drops?
Sports all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
don't
they
listen
do.
to AM radio.
They got nothing else to talk about. Why not throw some drops? Yeah. No, they do
Yeah.
drops all the time. Yeah, they do.
I listen to this fantasy football podcast, and they do drops
Oh my God.
sometimes.
But you're invested in that, so that's good.
Yeah.
It's good to
I
take your notes.
I just need to know who I'm going to start this week. That's all I need to know.
Well, why don't we start? Or are you going to close your
No, I closed the bit.
Dude,
but,
2 for
I
2,
have
man.
I have a new bit, man.
Okay, wait. Let's go back to your other bit. Because they're your segments, like
I'm just throwing bits out left and
I
right.
go to the door. Oh, hey, Ryan. Okay, I've got
Let's open
12 new
another
bits. Let's get started now. I don't know if I should tell them to you now or just surprise you.
Well, I wanted to pay homage.
And let me
Homage.
interrupt because the previous segment, because it's your segment, will I ever be allowed to come up with,
Definitely.
okay,
Please.
so I can contribute.
Yeah. You'd have to tell me, though, so I can pull the clip or whatever, or you make sure to carve out the time for the segment so I don't walk all over it.
Or we could both have one.
You know that I did tell you about this segment prior to recording. There's a little breaking the fourth wall here, but I said, I'm going to do Dumb Bastard of the Month. And you said, okay.
I was like, sounds good.
so you
have
you
fun with
have
that.
you have to do the same to me
Grab it up
before
your
the
butt.
show starts.
Okay, bye, Ryan. Grab it up your butt.
And I also told you that
Yes.
we would pay homage
Homage.
to one of the greatest promos in wrestling history.
If not
I just
the
kind of want to break this down a little bit and get your thoughts.
All right.
This was from the AWA. This was Dave Schultz going as
Dr. Death.
Dr. Death Dave Schultz, but at this point he was the redneck Dave Schultz.
And this is
And
Gene Okerlund in the AWA.
Gene Okerlund
Looks exactly
interviewing
the same.
him. You might know Dave Schultz as the guy that slapped John Stossel and stole our
Ruptured
hearts.
his
in the
eardrum.
yeah, stole our hearts in the process. So take it away, Dave.
Dave the Redneck Schultz, as the fans call you. You see something like this happen, it's got to be upsetting to you.
It don't upset me at all, baby. Let me tell you, I think it's great. You know what I mean? If you're going to go on the hunt, you got to be able to run with the big boys. If he can't run with the big boys, he should get out. He shouldn't come out here. Last time I was in San Francisco, I went downtown looking for a woman. You know what I mean? I wanted a woman. I couldn't find a woman. I found a lot of men that look like women. Now, you, Hulk Hogan, you belong in San Francisco. What's wrong with you, Gene? I'm telling you like it is, baby. You belong in San Francisco. That's your kind of place. That's your kind of people, because you've never had a woman, baby. And now I'm challenging you. I'm challenging you right now.
Beautiful.
10 out of 10. Put that right up there with WrestleMania 6, the Jake Roberts promo.
Oh yeah, it's in the top 10 all
Do you
time.
want to? I almost want to analyze this sucker frame by frame. And also, highly recommend you check this out on YouTube because
Yeah.
Gene Okerlund cracking up as soon as he goes. Well, he starts looking. Well,
Yeah.
first he's like, "I went out to San Francisco looking for some women, like you
And
do."
he's like, "Oh,
And that's
really?"
when he lost it. Oh, is there? Yeah,
he was
that's
kind of like,
hot spot for the ladies. there.
I like women. Let's hear more.
I didn't find women. I found a lot of men.
I found some boys. You know what? This is in a very concealed way. I honestly think that Schultz is coming out of the closet to his father. If we could go back and just go frame by frame, he says, "We want to come out," and it was almost like he had some sort of an intimate relationship a la Lola, the Kinks song, because he saw a lot of men that looked like women. So he probably was like, "Well, I guess you'll do," and has he probably had an evening with a
he was
transsexual,
probably like-
had an emotional journey. and fell in love with a man who's a woman, and it freaks him out. And now he's having these he's afraid, like, my dad would kill me if he knew or whatever. And he's like, Dad, I might be gay. And he's using this as a mask, you know?
And the Mean Gene's here laughing at him.
Because it's
pouring
funny.
out his heart and soul. Yeah, you know, he probably was like, when in Rome.
Right.
I came out looking for a woman. I didn't find any.
And he got vulnerable with
And he's
one.
wrapping Hulk Hogan into this. You know, Hulk Hogan, he's going to love women and men. He's hanging out with Brutus in thongs. I'm sure they're tanning and shit.
How did that even pertain to the match at hand? Like, this just seems like this doesn't have to do with a feud or anything. He just had a night out. He's just letting the world know about an experience he had.
Yeah. And somehow Hulk Hogan is wrapped up into this.
Yeah, I was trying to plan for our fight, Hulk Hogan, but I went out looking for women.
Before I fight, I need to get my fuck on. And all I found was some buttholes.
And all I found was love.
I love you, San Francisco. You stole my heart.
I almost want to play it again, but we don't have to, I guess.
Rice-A-Roni and rim jobs.
Well, anyway, God bless Dr. Death's Dave Schultz.
It's in the Squared Circle Cinema promo Hall of Fame.
Okay, so that's the bit there. That's the segment. The segment is choosing promos.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you ever find a promo
to induct into a promo Hall of Fame.
The first ever inductee into the Squared Circle Cinema promo Hall of Fame
is
Dave Schultz Needs a Woman.
Love it. Well, so do you close that as well? That was a way to close it, right? The way you said it.
That was the door closing.
It sounded like you could be opening it, though. It's like push or pull. Oh, that's definitely closing. I got it now. Allow me to open the door to film number 35 of 5,666, The Resurrection of Gavin Stone, starring the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels.
How ironic that it's a faith-based film and there's 5,666 films
It's
to review.
Hey, look,
Satan at work here?
I don't know, but I'm just going over the numbers. I just, I got my chart of all the feature films that come out, and judging from the last episode of this one, 300 movies starring professional wrestlers came out since last month.
Wow.
So that's just
Okay.
luck of the draw.
But I've got my eye on you.
Okay.
Yes.
After his mother passes away, former child star Gavin Stone's life spirals out of control with now zero parental guidance. He's enticed toward a life of, rocking and rolling all night and partying every day. Excessive drug use. You bet.
What?
He basically has the life that I want.
How did the Who get wrapped up into that?
You better. Because it's like excessive drug use. You got it. But instead of that, I like that song. I don't know.
All right.
And when I say go there, you'd better.
They don't even really, they're like, oh, he had that rager on the rooftop. Oh, I heard about that rager on the rooftop.
Didn't seem like that bad. It seemed like
Yeah.
he had the penthouse suite. There was a pool out there, but there was a catapult involved, so he maybe potentially could have killed
Yeah.
somebody.
It sounded like a fun time. I don't think he was out of control at all.
He wasn't
Dude
a bad
knows how
guy.
to party.
No. That's the whole point
Yeah.
of the story. He wasn't a bad guy yet, but I think his peers knew that, maybe not his peers. I don't know why the whole state had to crack down on him, I guess. But he was on the brink of really having a mental breakdown and descending into a really bad place.
I mean, he seemed like he was having a good time.
He was healthy. I mean,
Yeah,
we're talking mid-30s,
this
right?
This guy's looks
Great
great.
complexion.
He's got a great personality. I mean,
his
he knows
life-
how to engage new people and
Yeah.
meet them.
He was probably
Everybody wants to be his friend.
on the level that I am now. When he had to get intervention and stuff.
Oh, I thought you meant looks wise, and that's why I was laughing.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that too. I mean, well, I have long hair now, so all I have to do is when I cut my hair, then,
Then you'll look just like him.
Yeah, man, he had crow's feet.
I like this guy.
I liked it a lot. I liked this movie a lot.
Really?
Yeah, I thought
I mean-
it was a lot better than I thought it was going to be. I was charmed by it. I thought all of the characters were likable, and
Yeah.
that's all I care about. And the story wasn't weak. It was very predictable, but it was solid and friendly, charming, warm characters.
It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. I was like, this is going to be terrible.
I thought it was going to be unwatchable.
Yeah, it was basically on the level of like a good movie you'd see on the Hallmark Channel. You know,
If-
if they could have thrown in some Christmas trees made at Christmas instead of Easter,
Right.
this would be great.
No, and
I would have been all over it.
If Shawn Michaels hadn't kept advertising it as faith-based, I wouldn't even really have thought like that. I mean, yeah, it's based
Well, I
around
mean,
the church, but there's
he
a lot of
plays
movies.
Jesus in the play.
and that's funny, because he's a fish out of water, So it's a movie, around religion, but he does make that turn at the end
Yeah,
where he's
where
like,
he
"I'm
becomes
now
a Christian."
very wholesome Christian. So should you." So there is that kind of, it's faith-based because, we're trying to get everyone to become Christian.
Did we get joined by
did you?
somebody?
Hey, look who's coming up from under the table.
Oh,
HBK?
Okay.
Is that you?
Last time
hi,
there
Mike.
was.
Yeah,
Last
we're just
time Mike
down
did
there.
some character work.
Faith. You gotta have
The
faith.
hero, Stone Cold Steve Austin, one of my personal heroes, was made to suck your dick.
Wait, are you talking?
Shawn Michaels is a man
no,
of
Steve
God.
Austin has never. Wait, what do you say?
Are you making Shawn Michaels be
Oh,
under
no,
the
no.
table sucking your dick like you made Steve Austin?
Only because you asked me to.
I
All
didn't
right?
ask
And
you
you
to do
asked me to
anything.
come up with the Steve Austin bit too. And I was like, we're at my mother's house. No, I don't want to have Steve Austin sucking my D. All right? It's inappropriate. Why can't I just have him enter through the door? And you insisted, like, no, Mike, have him get down on the table there.
That's not how it happened.
That's
at
not
all.
how it happened. But
Go back and listen to the episode.
I'm
people.
driving back. I'm staring at this creek in beautiful, majestic hot water springs, and I was
A
gonna
crick?
trying to trying to come up with a funny like bit of HBK blowing my faith-based dick. And I got nothing. It was going to be like, so I'm glad you interrupted because I got nothing. It would have been like, come on, wow. I was like, dude, it's a faith-based dick. It's fine.
No, that's
But
funny.
that's all I had. That would have been
I'd-
a punchline.
That's a good bit.
Oh, okay.
I would have laughed at that.
All right, want to give it a shot? Or I
Wait,
already-
what?
I already blew it.
Shawn Michaels is a man of God. He's not going to be under there sucking your dick.
Yeah, wait, and this whole Steve Austin thing too. I'm a little. No, Sean, it's okay. It's a faith-based dick. Yeah.
Well, what does Shawn say to that?
Oh well, let me smell. I gotta make sure the faith-based. Yep.
He's probably going to
Smell away, Sean.
he's going to have to pray on it.
Ooh, like the smelling, the sensation of feeling Shawn Michaels' smell is almost a more pleasurable sensation
Oh,
than his
yeah.
actual mouth on my.
It's all about fellowship, just like in his basement, in his man cave.
Yep, faith-based, all right. Smells like Asiago. I just trying to come up with a cheese. Anyway, thanks, Triple H. Thanks, HBK. Great work.
He looked like some sort of weird hobo in this.
Never, thanks.
Don't you think he looked a little like stumpy? What the hell were they making him wear? Why was he
Yeah.
wearing so many layers?
Yeah, they made him look like totally frumpy.
Like a schlub.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, like some hobo.
Like-
oh, this is the hobo that we
He's-
let be in our plays every now and
He's
again.
like, aside from, the wonk eye, which we don't have to get into. I'm sure he's very sensitive about that.
That happened the last time he encountered a faith-based dick.
I just want you to. Faith-based dick, they'll just come at you from all
Oh,
angles.
shoot your eye
sometimes.
out, Heartbreak Kid.
Now I developed that wonk eye. Oh, this is terrible.
Well, okay, let's say this about
is
him.
terrible
Let's bring it back. And,
I know, 'cause it's such a, like, a-
exalt him.
It's such a
He had-
pleasant character that I just feel terrible.
Yeah,
that,
he had the most
this is happening right now.
effective and important part of the movie, I think.
Rust catalytic converter.
Yeah,
I
that
got,
part.
detached from the exhaust system there. The VCT is solenoid valve. Yeah, it needs a replacing. It was a great scene.
No, okay, so he and Gavin Stone are giving a car to a single mom. They have like a program called Cars for Single Moms. So they get this car together.
1999 cars for moms. Get your car and give it to mom.
So the mom comes and picks it up, and he's like, "We don't want to take the credit.
Yeah.
We just did it for her."
Wait, no, I thought it was her car that needed repairs, and they repaired the vehicle
Is it?
for free.
'Cause I gotta be
1977,
honest,
repair
I
your
was
mom's
on-
car for free.
I was on Twitter a lot while I was
Yeah,
watching
it was
this.
her
It took me a
Corolla.
while to figure out that woman was D.B. Sweeney's daughter. It was like
Really?
40 minutes in, and I was like, "Wait, that's his daughter?"
Wait,
I thought they were just colleagues.
the lead? Oh, in
No,
the movie.
The woman.
I thought actual DB. Yeah. Oh no, they disclosed that at the very beginning.
Yeah, I missed that.
Yeah, because she was like, the first thing that comes out of her mouth was like, "Hey, Dad,
So that was
you're
her
my
car,
father.
and they were
Not
just
only are
fixing
you
it?
the father, but you are my dad." Okay, everybody, are you getting this?
I thought they were giving her a car.
No, it was her car.
Well,
She
well,
needed some
that's
repair-
still
It's
very-
still very sweet.
very nice.
It was like probably
Yeah.
$600 worth of repairs.
And so that's what I think the focus of these types of movies should be all about.
Doing unto others
See,
and not asking for credit.
Faith or faith-based acts of service.
It's all
That's
about
what
faith-based dicks.
religion, spirituality should always just come down to acts of service.
Yeah.
Being nice to people being nice to you.
Like we provided a service with this faith-based
Yeah.
dick bit. It's
Yeah.
funny. People like really well-written bits
It's a service to your
and
ears.
excellent performances.
Yeah.
People love it when one guy does two different voices. You're welcome.
Thank you. You did an act of service to me just now.
I'll tell you what, though.
Well, I guess my criticism of movies like this, and I guess maybe Christianity in general, is that it paints everything like a toothpaste commercial, you know?
Or a Folgers commercial.
A Folgers, yeah. It's just like everybody wants to feel good. Everyone wants to know that, oh, God loves me.
Right.
We are loved. Everything's okay. But I can't help but think about like some kid that's born with AIDS. Who loves that kid?
It's all part of God's plan.
Is
that
it?
kid's a little shit. You ever meet Pete?
What if that happened to you? Would you feel like it was part of God's plan, or would you be pissed off?
Well, I'm not a God-fearing man to begin with.
Well, neither am I.
But
I'm just saying, you know,
if I had faith and something like that happened to me, I wouldn't be like questioning, what did I do wrong? I was be like, yeah, this isn't real.
if you're born
Like-
like you were just born into a world where like warlords were raping your mother, and you were born with AIDS, and you have to like scrape every day to just get a meal.
This is part
And
of
then
your,
you're thinking about
this is
like
your part of
a
your
bunch of
review for the
people,
Resurrection of Gavin Stone.
a bunch of
Hallmark.
a bunch of people hanging out in an auditorium in Illinois are all feeling good about each other because they're watching this play. You know, the real message should
Well,
be
it's gods
acts
and
of ser-
demons. It should be like
acts of
stay
service,
inside,
you
do
know?
not go out. Yeah. Well, but exactly, and it kind of I guess it kind of was.
It was
This
more
in this scene,
they did the nice little scene of
But
the
it
act
wasn't
of
a
service, but
service
it
for
was
the
all
community, it was
about,
about
you
him.
know, it was all about him.
It was about his growth.
And I kind of thought it was pretty forced that when he does go back to Hollywood, they're like, "Oh, you're gonna be the drug addict
Yeah.
character." Like, okay, you're playing a
And it
character.
was so
They're not
obvious.
gonna make you take a actual drink if you're sober. There's like he's in SAG. There's laws against this type of shit.
No. That's what I thought, and I think that was just the director trying to get him into character. You know, trying to slap some motivation into him because he knows, oh, he's different. He's changed. Oh boy.
Yeah, but
So
if
it
he
was a
said
little
he's
too
sober,
forced,
you can't force
and it
him
was
to drink.
very predictable
You'll
that
get
there was going to
sued.
be that time constraint. But I was kind of thinking that, I was like, this is kind of a big opportunity for him, though.
No, I think
So the
you
scheduling
know,
conflict was very predictable.
the-
But as it was happening, I'm glad it was kind of rushed and forced, so he can just get right back.
So
to
my
his
problem with
hometown.
it was that they spent a lot of time trying to paint Hollywood as like a den of sin and vice that he was going back into, when the real conflict here was his selfishness. He had to overcome his selfishness. He went to Hollywood. He turned his back on everybody that he became friends with for himself. That's the real battle. So you didn't need to bring in all the temptations of Hollywood. Ooh.
It almost would have been more powerful if there was some sort of incentive for him to stay in Hollywood. You know, it was like, you know, hey, good to reconnect with you, man. And he still decided, like, oh, no, but this is my family now, to go back to his hometown and finish the play. But whatever. Like, see, I'm nitpicking here because I thought I was going to pick apart every little ounce of this movie. And
it was a sweet movie with
the
a great
characters
lead.
were very, very likable. And you know, the uber, you know, Christian, where everything is, you know, the doctrine. They weren't like brainwashed. They had like their own quirks and personalities, and they were funny. Like they were great comic relief.
I mean, if somebody invited me over to their house and I had to pray before I ate a slice of pizza, I'd be kind of upset.
How uncomfortable would that be? Like just 4 dudes, one of them you, the other are hardcore Christians, around a medium-sized pizza.
Yeah.
And just drinking water. How
And root
uncomfortable
beer.
in this garage.
He called root beer a brewski.
Like, would you like?
It's offensive.
Oh my God.
It's offensive to my religion
he
of
asked
drinking.
if you want a brewski?
That's root beer.
And he's like, no, I'm sober. And he's like, that's just root beer. Like, what the hell? Just ask me for a root beer.
Yeah.
Now I
should
gotta
have
say
said,
no,
do you want
sugar.
root beer?
Yeah, and I would be
And
like,
like,
nah.
What if you like other types of
But
soda?
like, I came into, it's a garage, and we're gonna have pizza. Yeah, I'm gonna want beer. Okay, so I gotta fight the urge here, and you're gonna offer me a brewski, and I gotta turn you down, and it turns out it's just fucking root beer.
Yeah, what a dick.
It's just root beer. Good, because I only have 2.
I mean, I feel uncomfortable as it is when people say grace at like Thanksgiving, let alone just eating a pizza on a
I don't like
Tuesday
it, man.
night.
My family's got it down pat. It's a Swedish little hymn. You know, it's like, hey, we're all
Swedish?
alive. It goes, hoot de hoot, vi sind the maten, yes, it's not my men.
Wow.
And then we eat. Boom.
Are you
Knock
Swedish?
it out. My mom's side, there's a lot of Scandinavian.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, and it's like, boom, we're not like getting, you know, we're not like, there's no improv. You know, we're not like, and it's wholesome and the spirit and the food and... Anyway, but that's just me. I'm surprised you feel the same way. I thought you liked prayer. There's something...
What?
You're into like Taekwondo and stuff. There's something that
I'm not into
grounds you in-
Taekwondo. I hate Taekwondo.
Oh. Well, we should get together and just talk sometime so I could learn
Fellowship?
all about you.
You can come to fellowship night tomorrow. We'll all kneel down around a faith-based dick.
Well, I'm the dick.
So when I saw that DB Sweeney was in this, I was like, fuck yeah! The cutting edge, bro!
Those are figure skates, pal guy!
Toe pick!
Toe pick!
They barely use him.
Oh, well, fine.
He's in how many? Like,
How much more do they need? All right, well, first of all, you missed the
I
first
thought he-
half. You probably missed full scenes. There was nothing that was
Nah, it
like,
was just
I
like-
could use more DB. He came in, he was like in the beginning, middle, and end. And
I kind of wish he had more of a role.
he was the host of the play, which was great. Great host. He was like, and then all that stuff.
We all know what
We
happens
all know
next.
what happens now.
Yeah, and then he had to
You're
like
gonna have
wash
an
his
intermission.
blood off. That was actually kind of a powerful scene
very
when he washed the
powerful.
blood off. I really like this actor.
Yeah,
I'd
me
never
too.
seen him. I guess he's in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
He plays. Oh, okay. He
Yeah.
plays the handsome guy that's being goofy very well. Like the what?
Yeah,
That's what.
he charmed me.
Yeah.
I'd totally
Yeah.
sleep with him
I
after
want-
a night at Chili's if I was this woman.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
No doubt.
They didn't even kiss at the end. He's like, I kind of like
Prude.
I kind of like you.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, really? You do? Yeah.
I'm like, dude.
she's never going to do anything but missionary.
No, you never know. You never
He's
know.
going to have to stick his dick through a sheet.
You never know, man. Because that's both That's not even like, oh, is that a Catholic or a Christian thing? That's both. Those women get free K. None of my experiences that I've ever. but a friend of mine.
She was so
Who
prudy.
could orate in a
Like,
very
she didn't even-
detailed manner.
She
if you know what
wouldn't
I'm
even
saying.
touch him.
Yeah. Her
She didn't even
personally-
like touch his arm or hug
Because
him.
it's still he's still in the. We're witnessing this wonderful relationship in the courting phase. As soon as she earns his trust, which is at the end, she's gonna be like spread swan, not even eagle, like as far apart as you can go.
If you say so.
She's gonna swan dive on to his faith-based dick.
Yeah. Well, this movie was truly a surprise.
I loved it.
I can't give it like a really high rating. I mean, they were very
Why not?
dismissive. They were very dismissive of yoga. There's a lot of like subtle Christian shit that bothers me.
Okay, well, I didn't pick up on any of that.
Okay, they called yoga. He's doing yoga, and then he's like, I have to like strengthen my chi. There's no chi in yoga. And then the
But
dad.
that's a common criticism for people that live in L.A.
And then I think that's I think a lot of people in the Christian community look
Frown
down
upon.
on yoga as like some sort of like pagan ritual religion, and they
I
don't
can
want
see
their
why.
kids doing it.
Interesting. Yeah.
And then the guy calls it Buddhist ballet. Yoga's
that?
not Buddhist either.
Yeah, the guy, his father, who doesn't believe in God.
Yeah. And
So why would
I
he come up
immediately
with
was
that
like, oh, he's totally
negative-
going to be at church at the end. And he was. He went to the play.
Why wouldn't he? They did not really have an estranged relationship. You know, because he was
kinda
like,
wish-
Dad, I got to move back in.
I kind of wish D.B. Sweeney was his dad. Then we get some real scenery chewing.
Like DB is the pastor, and I like that guy from, you know, whatever. I can't think
He's
of
in stuff.
He's in stuff. Like,
Yeah.
from
I've seen
he's that
him.
guy in that thing. He's a
Probably
great
like
dad.
a State Farm commercial or something.
No, he's on a network show like My Son Todd or something.
My Son Todd.
Yeah.
It's a great show. I give it a 5.4.
I'm going to give it a 8.0.
Whoa!
Yeah,
You loved it.
I did. Because you know.
You're a faith-based dick.
Is that a snort? You're going to use that now. Hey, you faith. Here's my friend Mike. Sorry, did I say
He's a
friend?
faith-based dick.
Okay, fine. 7.8.
All right. Sorry I had to pressure you into lowering that.
That's how it always works. Every single episode, I go like 9.9. What? All right. 7.4. You're right. What? Get out of my house.
As it's been lately, fun facts are very hard to come by with these movies we're watching.
Well, lately I thought it was just because they were recent movies. This has been out for 2 years, hasn't it?
No, it came out January 20th, 2017.
Sometimes I just wish you would shut your fucking mouth. You know? Just
I'm
you
sorry.
have to give the month, day.
I have it right in front of me.
Yeah, but just leave that part
I
out.
do research. I'm giving fun facts. Total domestic gross, $2,303,792.
Wait, that's not a number.
Two
million, and then he just said nine
$303,792.
That is terrible.
It opened on 890 screens.
A limited. I didn't even know it got a theatrical release.
It did.
That's cool.
A fun fact from the Wikipedia page. As Jenkins was searching for an actor for the lead role, his son, a fan of the television series Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., suggested Brett Dalton. Not being familiar with the name, Jenkins mentioned Brett to a casting director who, after one audition, cast the actor as Gavin Stone.
Great choice. This would not be nearly the same without him.
Yeah, he killed it. Jenkins announced on his Facebook page that filming of the film would start in May 2015, as would casting of local churchgoers as extras. The film was shot in 20 days.
20 days. Wow. That's actually impressive because it didn't like cut corner. Like it was a well done production.
Yeah, it looked good.
It looked great.
And by the way, that play with the
awesome.
screen in the
Yeah.
background, that was pretty cool.
Do you think that's just WWE just helping out? Like, we got a guy, you know. we'll rig it
WWE
up.
acquired the rights to it after it was made. So,
No way.
yeah. On July 29th, 2015,
Because there's,
they
you know, like
acquired the worldwide rights of the faith-based comedy.
Really? That's
Yeah.
funny. Because at the beginning, there's all that exposition of, you know, this child actor's decline through a, you know, E-special. And it looked exactly like the same kind of studio that you see in, like, you know, the Free For All or whatever the hell's the name of that
Maybe
now.
they...
So they maybe added a little, or I mean, I don't know. I
maybe
could be
they
wrong.
let them use the Stanford offices. Do you think the people that produced this knew that Vince McMahon had a match with God and won?
No, and I think they left that out of the pitch.
Well,
To claim
anyway.
the movie, they wouldn't. WWE, you know, probably. Vince McMahon was probably like, "You watch this if you want me to produce your movie."
You watch it. Where's
Shawn
your
Michaels was
God
involved.
now? Kiss my ass.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, I'm Ryan the Muffler Bruckner saying, I guess little Dean Malenko, I hope he's proud of himself, 'cause he tried to rupture my groin. Yeah, you don't appreciate it 'cause you don't understand. 'Cause none of you people got groins.
And I'm Mike Big Tobacco Ryan saying, I promise you at the end of the night, none of you will be able to forget the name WrestlePalooza.